Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something pretty mind-bending, actually. It's Marshall McLuhan's idea that the medium is the message.
Yeah.
It really makes you stop and think about, well, how we get information, and maybe how we understand everything.
It really does, because we usually focus just on the what, right? The story, the facts.
Sure.
But McLuhan says, hang on, how the channel, the medium itself that's shaping us in ways we don't even notice, it's a pretty fundamental shift in perspective.
Okay, so let's try to unpack that a bit. He's saying that, like, a new technology, print, TV, phones, whatever, it's not just a pipe delivering stuff.
Right.
It's more like putting on, I don't know, special glasses.
That's a great way to think about it. Yeah, goggles.
Yeah.
And each pair has its own tint, its own distortion almost. So before you even read the headline or see the picture, the way you're getting it, the medium is already filtering your reality. It changes how your senses work, how your brain processes things.
Wow, okay. So the medium itself sends a message before the actual content.
Exactly. Think about television, for example. McLuhan talked about this a lot.
Right.
It's fast cuts, the focus on visuals. It kind of trains us to expect things quickly, maybe value appearance more. It wasn't just what shows were on.
It was the act of watching TV, the experience.
Precisely. That rapid-fire experience was sending its own subliminal message about speed, maybe fragmentation.
That makes sense. But he wasn't just talking about a TV, was he? I mean, how did this apply way back, like with the printing press?
Good question, because print seems so basic to us now.
Yeah, just words on a page.
But McLuhan argued it was revolutionary, and not just for spreading information. He said it fundamentally changed how people thought.
How so?
Well, before widespread print, most information was shared orally, right?
Spoken word, stories.
Yeah, in groups. It was a shared, maybe more multisensory experience. Then books arrive. Reading is usually done alone, silently.
Solitary.
And it forces you to follow a line of text step by step. It encourages linear thinking, private thought, maybe even a sense of individualism.
Ah, okay. So you move from a communal, maybe emotional experience to something more private, logical, sequential.
That's the argument. The medium of print itself subtly taught a different way of processing the world, valuing logic, order, the individual perspective.
Fascinating. So that pattern continues. If print pushed us one way, what about, well, now? Our world is so digital. Social media, constant feeds.
Right, and that's where it gets really interesting and maybe a bit concerning.
How do you mean?
Think about how you get news now. Scrolling through TikTok or a news feed versus, say, reading a long newspaper article.
Very different experiences.
Totally different. The short videos, the endless scroll, it rewards speed, visual punch, instant reaction, like quick hits of information.
Yeah, definitely less about deep dive.
Exactly. It's about skimming, novelty, constant updates. So the message of that medium isn't just the specific funny video or the shocking headline.
It's the way it trains our attention.
Could be. It's maybe teaching us to expect brevity, to engage more superficially, to see reality as this fragmented stream of moments. It might even be rewiring our attention spans, our need for, instant gratification.
Compared to a long article that demands focus, patience.
Right, which fosters a totally different understanding of complexity, nuance.
So boiling it down, the core idea holds.
Yeah.
The medium isn't neutral. It's actively shaping how we perceive things. The delivery system is part of the message.
That's it. It sculpts our perception. Different media are like different tools, and using them changes the user.
Which really makes you want to pause and think.
Yeah, it encourages you to ask, okay, what goggles am I wearing right now when I'm scrolling this feed or watching this platform?
What biases or ways of seeing are built into this thing I'm using every day?
Exactly. How might that be shaping my view of the world, maybe even more than the articles or videos I'm actually choosing to look at?
Okay, so we'll leave you with that thought to chew on. As you're navigating the digital world today, think about this. What subtle messages are those platforms, those screens and feeds, quietly sending you about reality itself? And how might that constant, almost invisible message be shaping your unique perspective?